Hey guys, Jonah here, back for a beer review. Well, we got another one from Chile. Um, but there's nothing that I can see, there's nothing in this magazine that gives this beer away. And it's proper weird. Because although the brewery, I believe, is near Santiago, but we'll find out, hopefully, um, it's inspired by Japanese kwai. You know, when the Japanese girls they do all that nonsense, and then they wear schoolgirl outfits and all that kind of stuff. Very weird. I thought it was to do with Pokemon, but yeah, this little fox guy's giving us the finger, which is weird. And the brewery's kind of called it's called Fucking Project or Fakin. Fakin. It's like fan it, mate, which is where I live. Um, and yeah, I'm sure our Japanese brethren will tell us what that is all about. I've got no idea. El Fakin Project. Uh, and then it's got all this kind of stuff here. Canned in Leeds, it says. Well, no, nothing says chili like Leeds. Um, and it's a session IPA. Oh, it just gets better and better, doesn't it? What we got in there? We got some wheat and oats in there. Hops, yeast, etc. Chamon. Now, if I turn this back around so we can see this little chappy. So we've got Citra in there. We've got Idaho 7 and Equinox. We've got flaked oats, wheat malt, and pale ale malt. And the description, I don't know how to even say that. That's just crazy. A charming session IPA inspired by Kwai culture. It boasts slightly hazy and pale appearance with tropical aromas, passion fruit, pineapple, pine, and green pepper. Enjoy its soft, pillowy mouthfeel and pleasant bitterness. You know, I'm going to love this beer. But 4.8% is not too bad. When it comes to session IPA, I have seen a lot worse. So it's a Japanese-inspired pale ale via Chile, via Leeds. Just ridiculous. Yeah, beer 52. When they go really far afield, it gets proper weird. It really does get weird. But hey, so long as the beer's nice, I'm not too worried about it. Very, very bizarre, this beer. Anyway, kwai. I'm thinking Japanese schoolgirls now. And they're never really schoolgirls, are they? Ugh, false advertising, eh? Right, so we have easily a finger's head. It is definitely cloudy, which is good. And quite a good amount of carbonation there, if it will focus on the head, which it probably never does. Nice colour though, nice fluffy clouds, fluffy white head there. Right, let's do a beer shot. In fact, let's see if we can get the guy, this little guy, on there. Something like that. Wow. So basically, it's a modern style session IPA. It's a hazy session IPA. Just, you know, a couple of years ago, I'd think, what is that all about? But these days, you can do anything, man. Right? Wow. So instantly, I'm getting tropical. I'm getting juicy. Yeah, fruits. As they say, pineapple, that sort of thing. There is a green edge, so I guess that's what the pine is. Don't know. It smells like a new style IPA. if you're new to the channel, please think about subscribing, click the bell icon down below, etc. If you're not new, why don't you click like to this video? That would be really helpful for me. Give me a comment down below. Yeah, what do you think about Japanese culture? That's the question of the day. I will see you in the comments. Cheers and beers. Interesting. So, oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. So, a bit of carbonation on the palate to start with, but you have this smooth. They've called it passion fruit. I'm thinking more kind of mango-y, kind of smoothness, like a pasted fruit, one of those kind of things. And then it goes up. There's a high note in there somewhere, and then it comes back down. The greenery is more on the nose than actually in the mouthfeel. Little bit of sweetness, and that wheat and oats combination in the new style beers, what we used to call Nipas and things like that, but this is totally its own style now, especially in session beers, because this is floating just under 5% ABV. Is that kind of sweetness, creaminess combination. So wheats and oats, if you put that in, pardon me, for me that's kind of the new style. But yeah, that creaminess, it's got this little bit of kind of juiciness to it, but it's like a sorbet, a creamy kind of sorbet, if that makes sense. You know, those sorbets you taste and you think, oh, is this ice cream or is it a sorbet? Who knows? Sorbetto. Cheers and beers. Okay. Okay, so this time I'm getting a little bit of that spicy peppery note that they were talking to, but again, it's quite upfront. A little bit of the greenery, then it goes into the mellow creaminess. It's weird. These I'm going to go back in time again. These are the type of beers that a few years ago you wouldn't have been able to drink like loads of these. But these days, I think I could probably. I mean, is it a sessionable beer? For me, I don't think I could stand drinking more than about 2 or 3 of these in a row, which is a shame because they've dropped the ABV a little bit. You could have a few of these. It wouldn't affect your morning. You know, you wouldn't have a massive hangover. But it's just the kind of creamy, sweet kind of thing that used to be around in the 90s with Alco Pops. These type beers are kind of the Alco Pops of the craft beer movement, and it's a real shame because for me, I mean, they are obviously beers, but they're not manly beers. They're kind of a bit more kind of pussy beers. If that makes sense. Um, yeah, I don't know. If they were strong, if they were like 6%, 7%, and hazy and creamy, Chamon. But these session ones, oh, I don't know. I don't know. They are everywhere. But, and I know why people do it, because they're slightly cheaper to make, because you're not making it so strong. You can call it craft beer. You can command quite a high price. Do I really want to drink a pint of this beer? When there's so much other good stuff, which is actually kind of bitter. It is. It's that kind of, that Chinese thing going on. Not Chinese, Japanese. My God. Oh dear. And don't forget, Japan is the place you can buy used pants in a vending machine at a train station. So it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. But I actually quite like Japan. I like cherry blossom in the spring and stuff like that. Very traditional. I'm more a kimono man as opposed to a Japanese schoolgirl kind of man. That makes sense. Oh, oh, and I'm getting more pine, more green, more kind of more slightly traditional kind of style beer right in the last mouthful. Maybe the particulates, the pine stuff, fell out and fell to the bottom of the glass. Actually, that last sip was pretty good. I like that. Weird kind of lacing here. Wow, that looks like a Japanese kind of the wave of head is kind of going over. They're not tide lines as such, but it definitely looks like the kind of the stormy sea there in my glass, especially down the bottom. What happened there? That is absolutely bizarre. Cool. Anyway, um, as you can probably tell from my sarcasm, not a huge fan of this beer, but something different. I'm glad I tried it. Uh, Fakin project. Fucking. I mean, that's just that's just so cool. I like it. Fucking project. There we go. If for those of you that know, right, does that say L fucking project? And that look there looked a bit like Puma, but that's some other nonsense. Fucking. There we go. Just very very strange. But I kind of like that little guy, and he's giving us the finger. So that's kind of cool too. Anyway, that is another crazy beer on a Sunday. It's been Unclejona here, drinking beers with you. Hopefully you've liked what I had to say. As I say, join me down in the comments below, and otherwise we'll be back with another beer review tomorrow. Until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember, chameau.